Hello, you're with me, the voice of ability for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to DV Unlimited Company Limited and Fire Stitch Chapel, my proud sponsors. And special thanks to you for tuning in. Today's episode is going to be exciting. We are still talking H4P at 12 and the Chill Awards. I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to my guests and introduce you to the episode for today.
We'll be right back.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the H4P Organization is 12 years old. Hooray! And H4P, as part of the 12th anniversary, has launched the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is the Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is an award scheme instituted by the H4P Organization to honor and acknowledge people who contribute significantly towards national development and especially the development of the disability community.
Is the Chill Awards. Eligibility to winning the Chill Awards, it's in the following categories. 1. The individual, group or organization who has contributed to the sports and the entertainment landscape in the disability community. 2. In the area of education. And 3. In entrepreneurship. Is the Chill Awards, the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, and the call to application will soon be made available on the H4P Organization's website, h4porganization.org, Chill Awards website, chillawards.com, Helping Hand website, helpinghandshow.com, and on our social media platforms. Or call +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208 is the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability, and today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend, others call her the sweet companion, and others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable, and she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samana Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P Organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners!
Nature's finest touch!
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. To God be the glory. Great things he has done. H4P is 12 years old, and we owe it all to God. I have the PR department of H4P Organization here with me to help dissect the issues, to help thank God, and to talk more about H4P's vision for the next couple of years ahead of us. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you, Bishop.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Philip Tete.
And I am Mabel Majiki Maji.
Okay, so again, congratulations.
Thank you.
12 years old, H4P. 12 years of bringing dignity to disability. 12 years of throwing the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. 12 years of working hard to bridge the gap between the abled and the disabled. 12 years are past. We have 12 more years and many more years ahead of us. Let's start with the most exciting times you've had in the past 12 years. Obviously, you've had challenges, and I think we've spoken about some of the challenges in previous interviews. Now, the most exciting time, what are some of the moments that stand out? Interesting times, exciting times for you, past 12 years?
All right, so for me, before I go on, let me say a big congratulations to our CEO, yours truly, Bishop Dr. Charles Kofi Hackman, for succoring us throughout these 12 years. It's not been easy, but you've stood the test of time. You've been strong. You've supported the organization and the disability community massively. And we are 12 years, and we give all praise and thanks to God for being our strength, for comforting us, for being there for us each time. And today we are here celebrating that.
Today we are here.
Yes, today we are here. All right, so to answer your question, before we came on set, I was telling my colleague that one of my exciting moments had to do with the times that the special schools came down here, and they were being given special treats, and it was so special to them because they have never experienced that. We are here, we get these facilities, we enjoy
and we
these,
take it for granted.
and we take it for granted. And it brought me to tears. Because when I see how that meant a lot to them, we could only give thanks to God and thank the H4P organization for giving them such an experience. And you gave me that experience because I've never experienced people who have special needs and they need to be given that kind of care. And you actually trained us as H4P staff. You teach us how we should handle them because they are special people. And for me, that experience was very exciting. And moments when we had to go to the special schools and do donations to surprise them, and you get there and they are not expecting anything from anyone. So we get to the schools and we say that this is from our CEO, and on this occasion we are presenting you with this, with that gift, with these provisions, and they were not expecting that. And the joy that we see on their faces. I mean, that somebody is thinking about them, that there is H4P organization and we have them at heart. They were exciting moments for me, and I cannot forget these experiences you have given all of us.
I have countless heartbreaks, but I'll just highlight on a few. The fact that you do something seemingly simple and that is somebody's first experience. We visit the special education schools, and somehow we deliberate at H4P that usually the focus is on the kids. Why not think about the teachers, the caregivers? These are people who spend their life, their time raising these children. They've had their fair share of challenges from family, because I'm sure they will be asked that can't you look for any lucrative business to do? Why choose?
Because even though they are being paid, the payment is nothing to write
because
about.
They do more work even than those in regular schools who are paid more. Then you think about such a thing, it's great. H4P would always want to throw the spotlight on areas that people are ignoring. When we are with ourselves, we know that the idea is great, but when it is implemented and you see the results, then you see how these teachers they break down into tears, because throughout their work period until H4P showed up, is their salaries they receive, and that is all. That is their appreciation. Then an organization comes and is not only focusing on the kids, but says that we want to specially thank the teachers with these provisions, with these financial packages.
Incredible.
And when you sit back and you see that this is a kind gesture, we expected them to say thank you, but to see them in tears, that is so much fulfilling. It is so touching, and so these heartprints, I mean, no money can match up. They make impressions on your hearts, and you see some of these initiatives we come up with, and the kind of impact it makes on the hearts of people. And sometimes you don't even expect that extent of impact. And we are glad that we took such steps, and these heartprints, they will forever remember the H4P organization.
I'm going to go for 60 seconds success with the bishop. When I come back, we'll talk about another heartprint you people have begun with, the Chill Awards. Well, it's a Helping Hand TV show. We'll go for 60 seconds success with the bishop. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60 Second Success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60 Seconds Success with the Bishop. Today I want to talk about determination, the ability not to give up. Determination. An important ingredient in the success equation is determination, never giving up. There are many obstacles and hindrances on the path of success, and it is your determination that will create your success. If you want to be successful, don't choose easy and comfortable paths, because the harder the circumstances, the more the chances of extraordinary success. All great legends are product of hard times. They faced difficult situations, but they were more determined. Successful people know that determination makes you have the ability not to change your life alone, but also the opportunity to change your world. Successful people know that determination is needed in order to reach your destination. You can be successful. Thank you.
Support the H4P organization today. Your financial donations and logistics can help us take care of the vulnerable and bring dignity to disability.
H4P, I can't thank you enough for putting your resources at the disposal of those who need it most, and creating an avenue for the voiceless to also have a voice.
The CEO of H4P, fight the good fight wherever you can. This is a noble cause, and please keep it up.
Your life has been a blessing to persons with disability.
Thank you.
I watch your programs, I see what you are doing. Somebody sitting somewhere will have hope. Excuse me to say, a bishop devote his time to talk about disability. And it means that other people can equally do. And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So if you profess it, you confess it, and it means it is actually within your heart and you work. And so your life means a lot to us. On behalf of all persons with disability, the persons of OT region, the chiefs, the citizens, and then the working class. Every single day you live is an additional blessing to the disability community.
Thank you so much.
So looking at what Bishop is doing with H4P, it tells us that putting our resources together, we can do better. We can do more to enhance the quality of life of persons with disabilities.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. To all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on 0596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also sign up and become a partner today. Kindly visit our website helpinghandshow.com. Click on the Be a Partner button. Kindly fill our partnership form and state how often you wish to donate to support H4P in taking care of the vulnerable. Thank you and God bless you. H4P, perfection is our passion. H4P, bringing dignity to disability.
Hello, this is the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. Life is about success. Success is about achievements, but greatness is about helping others to achieve success. I believe strongly that God gave us two hands so that we can use one hand for ourselves and the other hand to help other people. But Mrs. Christina Ananswa Hackman seemed to have used both of her hands to help everybody else. Christina Hackman had a quality personality that touched many lives and inspired quality in many people. Mrs. Christina Hackman didn't only touch lives with her hands of generosity, but also she touched lives with her heart of magnanimity, intimacy, and leniency. So what sort of person was Mrs. Christina Ananswa Hackman?
Very intelligent, jovial, welcoming anybody who came her way.
She was kind, she was generous, and she was caring.
She felt free sharing whatever she had with people. She was generous with everything she had.
She was always willing to give. She really gave beyond what one would expect.
Baby was a jewel God gave us.
She would call and wish you a happy birthday even before you yourself became aware that the day was your birthday.
Baby was the one who brought us all together.
Loving, caring,
always smiling.
She cannot be replaced.
Baby has left a huge legacy.
I'm here to talk to you about the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, also known as the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, also known as the Chill Awards, is an award scheme by the H4P Organization in honor of my mom, Mrs. Christina Ananswa Hackman, an amazing woman, an incredible woman. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards recognizes the impact and the efforts made by persons with disability, especially towards national development.
It's the Chill Awards, powered by the H4P Organization.
Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. The Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. H4P, 12 years old. To God be the glory. Throwing the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability, bringing dignity to disability, and once again, doing something extraordinary. The Chill Awards, the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. Let me start on straight and find out from you. In your opinion, how deserving is Mrs. Christina Hackman of this prestigious award, in fact, being named after her? What do you think?
Thank you very much, Bishop. I think when we look at the worth of Mrs. Christina Hackman to the H4P organization, what he actually doing with the Chill Awards, which is prestigious by itself, cannot be compared to her impact on us. So I'm sure if she was to be with us, she would have sprung us to act that it is all you could have done in honor of me, because I mean, this is a great woman that every aspect of her life is brings us something to learn from. I mean, we hear of the siblings talking about she calling to check up on them, the issue of birthdays. And these are qualities we exhibit as an organization, and it makes a lot of difference in the disability community, where H4P would call a special school, checking on the principal, checking on the students, and we even take the step of visiting them. These are seeming little gestures our mommy would express, and it makes a whole difference. And aside that, she doesn't only specialize in doing the little things for us, but all the great things we do as an organization. There is no project we executed as H4P that she wasn't involved in. I mean, if you are such a priceless patron and she is no longer with you, you know that you've missed a lot. A lot. I mean, H4P will never be the same, but our commitment to our mom is that the fact that she's not here with us doesn't mean that we are not going to move on. She's invested a lot in us, and the proof that we love her and we honor her is that we're going to do much more than what she did with us when she was here. So this is the first step. In fact, in my heart of hearts, if I'm able to, if I'm permitted to say that she's the first recipient of this award. I mean, the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Award, she is the first recipient. She is more than deserving of it. And what we're actually doing is nowhere near what she's done for the H4P organization.
It's interesting for me because I had an interview with one of her sisters. I'll play that interview for you to see. But you should hear how she talked about her sister. You know, you know Mrs. Christina Hackman from various angles, but hearing it from the sister. Some time ago, I made you hear it from a brother. This is a sister, and you know, definitely there's a difference between male and female and all that. But it's phenomenal because there's one thread that runs through it. She's kind. She's generous, she's helpful, all the impact, all the leadership, obviously she's deserving. I'm going to go for that clip and we'll be right back. It's a Help Me On TV show. There's an interview I had with one of my aunties talking about my mom. I call my auntie Her Excellency. Watch this, we'll be right back. Let's start with this. If you are asked to describe your sister, what words would you use?
I'm not sure I have enough adjectives to describe her. But what I can say is that she was kind, she was generous, she was loving, and she was caring. And if I should take each one at a time, kind in the sense that she was always willing to give. And we say she would even pass. We were too happy to even take her hand-me-downs, her clothing, because she was very fashionable. And whatever clothing she couldn't wear, we were ready to snap it up because they were nice, they fitted us. She wasn't too big that her clothes would be too big for us. She was kind in the sense that she was always ready and willing to give. And I remember our time in secondary school, my sister Jo and I, when we would visit her during the holidays. She lived in a very small apartment, one-room apartment, but she was always too ready to share that apartment with us. Of course, those days there were no telephones, so we'll just somehow send a message that we'll come and spend the holidays, and she was always ready to accommodate us. She was generous. She really gave beyond what one would expect. I remember when I got married and I started having children, she was always ready. What do you need? Is there something you want? She wouldn't mind providing. And I even remember recently, before I left for Israel, I had a small reception at my house, and she came even in her condition. And she asked, what would you want?
Wow.
But later on, when I told her that, look, as ambassador, it's my objective and it's my obligation to project Ghana in whatever I do, wherever I go. And so I was no longer wearing Western clothes, so to speak. So I was always wearing Ghanaian clothing. And should send me beads because of what I had said. She felt that beads represented Ghana. So she sent me this whole pack of beads, and I really appreciated it. And then there were times that whenever I told her I was going to travel here in Ghana, I was going to travel outside the country, she would ask, now and then she'll call and say, have you finished packing? I said, no, I haven't. And she'll say, my catch on there, or there's a suitcases in Chen just for that purpose. Like, I've told you that you should always keep a suitcase readily packed because of the frequency that now and then I would travel abroad. And so that showed her caring part. And even it's extended to my husband and our children. They all came to know her so closely. And we would call her, they would talk to her. And one thing I remember very, very well is that she never missed our birthdays. She knew the birthdays of every one of us. And her call would be the first in the morning. Sometimes, and I'm not proud to say this, but sometimes I will switch off my internet connection because I know she's going to call me when I'm busy in the morning preparing to go to work and all that. So later on when I switch on my phone, I'll see that, she should have called. But she, whether it was my husband or the children, should call each one of us to wish us happy birthday. And that showed that caring part of her. So, I mean, I could go on and on. There's really no words to describe her. It's now we look at the memories, the life we lived with her and the memories, and we thank God that He gave her to us in our family to be my big sister. Yes, because she was older than me.
Well, I'm sorry I have to cut into the interview. We'll go for a spot of music. When we come back, we'll continue with the interview. It's a Helping Hand TV show. Stay tuned.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. Hooray! It's H4P showtime.
Hey, baby, I'll need some money to sort out a few things in the house.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Here you are.
Thank you. What exactly?
Well, I need to fill the gas cylinder.
But what about the coal pot?
Coal pot?
It's more economical. Anyway.
Okay, I need to get the plumber to fix the bathtub.
But haven't we been managing all this while?
Baby.
Anyway.
Listen, I need to buy prepaid electricity and then get some foodstuffs, cook and put in the freezer. Yeah.
Fantastic. Are you saying all the food in the freezer is finished?
Yeah, it's finished.
But how come?
Oh.
Fantastic. You mean everything?
Baby, everything.
But I don't even eat much.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Baby.
I have to go and check it myself.
What?
Purchase copies of the H4P melodrama DVDs today. Contact H4P on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338. All sales are for the promotion of our disability advocacy. So grab your copies now.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the H4P Organization is 12 years old. Hooray! And H4P, as part of the 12th anniversary, has launched the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is the Chill Awards.
The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is an award scheme instituted by the H4P Organization to honor and acknowledge people who contribute significantly towards national development and especially the development of the disability community.
Is the Chill Awards. Eligibility to winning the Chill Awards. It's in the following categories. 1. The individual, group or organization who has contributed to the sports and the entertainment landscape in the disability community. 2. In the area of education. And 3. In entrepreneurship. Is the Chill Awards. The Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. And the call to application will soon be made available on the H4P Organization's website, h4porganization.org, Chill Awards website, chillawards.com, Helping Hand website, helpinghandshow.com, and on our social media platforms. Or call +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338 or +233 277 552 208 is the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards, the Chill Awards.
Chill Awards.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. This is the special edition. H4P is 12 years old, 12 years of working assiduously in the disability community, and H4P has launched the Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards. The awards is named after this incredible woman, and just before we went to the break, I was making you see an interview I had with one of her sisters. We'll go back for that interview. For me, my thing is how real this woman is. At a point, it didn't look like she was a human being.
like an angelic being.
Yeah, like an angel in human flesh. Yes. Well, let's go back to that interview. We'll be right back to wrap up. Stay tuned. There's a particular story you told me about. I know the world is hearing it for the first time. So you heard it first on the Helping Hand TV show. When Ambassador was young, she and baby escaped from the house to a place I'll let her tell us.
Okay, so our parents were quite strict because we were brought up in a Christian home. And we lived in Kumasi, Asawasi at that time. I was very young. I would say either between 6 and 7.
Okay.
Yeah. And the community was a small community, so almost everybody knew whose child you are. You know, I mean, you dare not misbehave. It's like, hey, Miss Lando, and you know that before you get home, your father would have heard, our parents would have heard whatever you were doing outside. But back to the story. So being the baby, well, the youngest of the family, you know, parents would have a soft spot for the youngest. So Mr. Baby, we've said already, was jovial. She loved life. She was full of energy. And she had a lot of friends, both male and female, secondary school friends. I would assume that she was in the secondary school at that time, and it was the long vacation period. And she went me to a party. I don't know what she must have told my parents because I was small then. So she took me along. It was, I think, was it a house or a disco? I don't know, but it was my first experience. I mean, the lights were dim and a lot of girls and boys and the dancing and the smooching and you know, and we were there for quite some time. And obviously, back home, our parents would be worried because so when we got back, it was like, hey, I'm away, you know, but it's like as soon as they saw me, it was like whatever anger they had dissipated because of course I was home, you know, because I think they were worried, and whatever anger they might have had for her didn't really show because I was safe and both of us were safe. But I mean, I still remember that story. And it just, for me, just showed how she was outgoing. She made a lot of friends. And for all of us, there's a time in our lives where we've been very, let me use the word, worldly, you know, we've enjoyed. And a lot of the songs, those days we used to call them soul songs. And the pop songs, you know. She would introduce us to them, and you know, at that time we didn't have the CD. It was the cassette tape, small cassette tape. She had so many of them, you know, and she had recorded songs. I remember, I'm sure Joe will remember ABBA, the ABBA group, and we learned to sing all the songs. And then there was the Bonnie M, and I mean, basically it was her and our other sister, Dinah, of blessed memory.
I think I heard some of the Bonnie M songs.
Okay, but both of them were at Seco, so they'll tell us Seco stories. But it was a world where boys and girls were friends. They moved freely. They could visit each other's house. And I remember parents, one gentleman I remember very well, they would come to where we lived, but they wouldn't come home, but you see them at the side of the house, and Secretary will slip out and then she'll come in. I mean, she was that outgoing, funny person. Unfortunately, we don't have those days with us, you know, because we lived in communities and all that. But it was an open community, Asawasi railway quarters. So all the railway workers of my father's grade all lived there, and we knew each other and all that. So I really remember about those days. But you know, I think as she grew, as we all grew, become mature, and a time comes when we make that decision to be more focused about our spirituality, knowing God, serving Christ. And I would say that from what we saw from our sister in later years, in spite of her condition, growing her faith, you know, keeping close to God, is what really saw her through the difficult times. So I thank God that I got to know her both before and after. And I learned a lot from that.
I want us to talk a bit about baby's strength, her tenacity to move on in spite of her condition. Apart from her faith, do you think maybe the family support people gave her contributed a lot to her strength in moving on?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that. As I said, we call ourselves a large family, but it's actually small because we are close-knit. And our parents taught us that, look, we are who we are. We don't have anyone else, so we have to bond together. And I remember our father would always insist that we call the elder one's brother or sister. So that's how come we call her Sister Baby, because you couldn't just call her Baby, you know. My father insisted that we call them. And I would say that my relationship with her starts from I guess when I was born, which I wouldn't know much about. But I have memories. I've seen photos of pictures our parents would take. Those days, you'd go to the studio to take the photos. So on birthdays, my father would always make sure we took group photos. So there are photos where we have our Christmas hats and we are drinking Fanta and a table of biscuits. Photos where I'm cutting a birthday cake, which actually was a tour and eggs, but I'm holding the knife, and so we have these traditions, if you would call them. And for Christy, I mean, she was one of sisters and brothers, the large family that I was part of, and her care and the fact that she was a big sister, it really didn't matter. We still had a close relationship.
Thank you so much for staying with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. This is all time would allow us. I will bring the rest of the interview to you again. For now, thank you so much, Mr. Philip Tete, Miss Mabel Majiki Maji. Thank you, H4P Organization. Congratulations for 12 years of hard work. Thank you to DVR Limited, Company Limited, and FCC Fire City Chapel, my proud sponsors. Special thanks also goes to all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system. I'm so grateful. The organization is so grateful. We have more to do for the disability community, bringing dignity to disability. Well, I'm going to come your way again, same time next week. Until then, remember that disability is not inability. Take care of yourselves, be good, and God richly bless you.
Yeah.